Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Mark Lynn. Namaskar. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Amid rising tensions in West Asia, the US calls for a diplomatic solution, even as Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu gets more backing at home. Russian President Putin vows to achieve all his goals in Ukraine. He celebrates 2 years since the annexation of 4 Ukrainian regions. India breathes life into the rain-marred Kanpur cricket test with a blitzkrieg of a first innings come declaration. The fifth day now holds promise of a result. Well, the United States has called for a diplomatic resolution as concerns of an all-out conflict in Lebanon rises. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has, in the meantime, cemented his political position at home. Let's look at this report.
The Israeli military has been amassing tanks along the Lebanon border as West Asia remains on the edge days after Israel eliminated Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah. In its latest strike on Beirut, Israel killed Fateh Sharif, the head of Lebanon branch of Hamas. Another Palestinian group called the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine also said that 3 of its leaders were killed in an Israeli airstrike on the city. Israel has vowed to keep up the attacks, saying that it wants to secure its northern areas whose residents have been forced to flee Hezbollah rocket attacks. Israeli forces also targeted Yemen's Hodeida port, which lies in the area controlled by Iran-backed Houthi rebels. As tensions escalate, calls for calm have been rising, with the US calling for a diplomatic resolution to avert an all-out war in Lebanon. US has also authorized its military to reinforce in the region.
We really have to avoid it. We've already taken precautions relative to our embassies and personnel who want to leave, but we're not there yet, but we're working like hell with the French and many others to keep it good way.
In Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government has received a major boost after a prominent opposition lawmaker joined its camp.
I appreciate the fact that Gideon Sa'ar accepted my request and agreed today to return to the government. This move contributes to the unity within us, also contributes to the unity against our enemies. During the discussions of the political and security cabinet, I was very impressed by Sa'ar's broad vision and his ability to offer creative solutions to complicated problems.
This has given the government a solid majority of 68 in the 120-seat parliament, meaning that Netanyahu's conflict policies would face lesser political opposition. Bureau Report, DD India.
In a major development in the ongoing tensions in Lebanon, the country's caretaker Prime Minister Najib Mikati has said that the government is ready to fully implement a UN resolution that had aimed to end Hezbollah's armed presence south of the Litani River. Mikati, in fact, added that Lebanon was ready to deploy its army south of the river upon the implementation of a ceasefire. This comes as Israeli forces had pounded Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. The 2006 Israel-Hezbollah war culminated in the UNSC Resolution 1701, which called for a full Israeli withdrawal from southern Lebanon and that the Lebanese army and UN peacekeepers would be the only armed forces south of the Litani River. Following the killing of the Hezbollah chief and an Iranian Guard deputy commander in Lebanon, the Iranian Foreign Ministry has now stated on Monday that Iran does not seek war. It puts every effort to strengthening stability in the region.
We do not seek war. The Islamic Republic of Iran and people of Iran do not seek war, but it puts effort into strengthening stability in the region. in the face of any adventurous actions and violation of the national security of Islamic Republic of Iran in targeting the national interest and national security of the Islamic Republic of Iran, it has never remained inactive and will not remain inactive.
The Israeli Prime Minister published a message expressing solidarity with the people of Iran and the hope that the peoples of Israel and Iran will enjoy peace and friendship when Iran is free.
There is nowhere in the Middle East Israel cannot reach. There is nowhere we will not go to protect our people and protect our country. I know you don't support the rapists and murderers of Hamas and Hezbollah, but your leaders do. You deserve more. The people of Iran should know Israel stands with you. May we together know a future of prosperity and peace.
Russia's President Vladimir Putin vowed on Monday to achieve all his goals in Ukraine and celebrated the second anniversary of capturing 4 Ukrainian regions. Putin's comments came just after Russia launched a fresh wave of missile and drone attacks on Ukraine. On sending troops into Ukraine, Putin justified that he is protecting Russian speakers against neo-Nazi dictatorship. He also slammed Western elites who turned Ukraine into a military base. Meanwhile, Russia launched several waves of drones targeting Kiev early on Monday. Ukraine's air defense repelled these attacks, which lasted more than 5 hours. Numerous explosions were heard in Kiev, indicating the operation of defense systems intercepting objects in the air. All the drones were either destroyed or neutralized by electronic warfare, with no casualties or significant damage reported. Drone debris fell near the residential building, but emergency services quickly responded, and Ukraine's Air Force confirmed shooting down 67 of 73 drones. 1 missile also was launched by Russia. NATO's outgoing chief, Jens Stoltenberg, has urged member nations to maintain their support for Ukraine, undeterred by Russian President Vladimir Putin's nuclear threats.
I believe that the biggest risk will be if President Putin wins, because then the message will be that when he used military force, but also when he threatens NATO allies, then he gets what he wants, and that will make us all more vulnerable.
Well, Austria's far-right Freedom Party on Monday seeks to clear the path to power after its first ever parliamentary election victory. FPO finished around 2.5 percentage points ahead of the Chancellor Karl Nehammar's Conservative Party to capture some 29% of the vote. Karl Nehammer of the Conservative People's Party repeated that his party will not enter a government with Kilk in it. Japan's incoming Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru said on Monday that he will call a general election on the 27th of October. Ishiba won the leadership of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party on Friday and was expected to be sworn in as the Prime Minister on Tuesday. The former Defense Minister Ishiba replaced Kishida Fumio as the leader of the LDP, which has governed Japan almost uninterrupted now for decades, and he won the LDP leadership race on his 5th attempt with strong backing from rank-and-file members.
On October 1st, when I am elected in Parliament to become Prime Minister, I will immediately form a cabinet and establish an administration. Once we organize for a snap election, I would like to call for a general election on October 27th.
The longtime leader of France's far-right National Rally Party, Marine Le Pen, arrived at a Paris criminal court on Monday to face trial with 25 others, as well as the party itself, over allegations of misusing European Union funds. Nearly a decade after the investigations began, Le Pen could face a ban from public office for up to 10 years, a charge she denies. The town of Hilario Acasubi, which is located near Argentina's eastern Atlantic coast, is facing an issue with an influx of parrots Biologists report that a large number of these green, yellow and red birds, they have moved into the area largely due to deforestation in the nearby hills. The parrots are damaging the town's electric cables and leading to power outages in the area. Hanoi is entering its most enchanting season, autumn, attracting a wave of tourists from across Vietnam and around the globe, all eager to experience the city's unique allure. Hanoi's colorful displays of bustling flowers and the traditional Hodeida swaying in the breeze is the main attraction for the tourists. Japan's iconic Shinkansen bullet train has turned 60 years. It will turn so on October 1, and it began running between Tokyo and Osaka in 1964, contributing integrally to Japan's economy after World War II. Now, still to come here on DD India Live. Rescue efforts are underway in Nepal amid the deadly floods there. Pakistan cuts back big on government spending in a bid to meet IMF loan conditions. Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy, always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Mark Lynn. Now, Rajasthan is inviting the business and investor communities, the corporate world and international agencies to explore opportunities available and to make investments in the state. The 2 days Delhi Investors Roadshow and Outreach Program was organized by the Bureau of Investment Promotion, Government of Rajasthan, with the support of the Confederation of Indian Industry as the industry partner. This is part of the Rising Rajasthan Global Investment Summit 2024. It's scheduled to take place from the 9th to the 11th of December in the Rajasthani capital, Jaipur. Now, while speaking at this event, the Rajasthan Chief Minister stated that this is just the beginning. Underscoring the state's vast potential, he emphasized that with the resources and opportunities available, Rajasthan is quickly becoming a prime destination for investors eager to capitalize on its growth.
मुझे उम्मीद है कि हम और अभी बहुत आगे इसमें पहुंचने वाले हैं, क्योंकि राजस्थान के अंदर जिस तरह की संभावनाएं हैं और उस संभावनाएं हर क्षेत्र में हैं, इसलिए हर व्यक्ति, हर उद्योगपति इस बात को सोच रहा है कि राजस्थान में निवेश करने से उनको लाभ होगा, फायदा होगा और उनका उद्योग बढ़ेगा.
Pakistan has announced a series of measures to minimize its administrative expenditure as part of reforms agreed upon with the International Monetary Fund under the $7 billion loan deal. So the country has eliminated nearly 1.5 lakh, that's 150,000 government jobs, and has closed 6 ministries and merged 2 others. The IMF had finally agreed to an assistance package for Pakistan and had released over $1 billion on the first tranche. That was on September 26. The country has committed to cut expenditures, increase tax to GDP ratio, tax non-traditional sectors like agriculture and real estate, limit subsidies and transfer some fiscal responsibilities to provinces. Pakistan negotiated the loan, expressing hope of commitment that this will be the final loan. But the country has already received around 24 loans from the fund without achieving lasting economic solutions. Rescue efforts are underway in Nepal amid flooding that killed at least 205 people. Around 42 people are still reportedly missing in the Himalayan Republic. The rescue teams, they are using rafts to pull survivors to safety. Major roads are blocked, leaving cars stranded on highways and disrupting domestic air travel. Nepal has shuttered schools for 3 days. The Indian Embassy in Nepal has issued a helpline for stranded citizens, and it's arranging as well for their safe return in view of the flood situation in that country. The advisory said that the embassy has received intimation regarding Indian citizens in Nepal and that the embassy is in touch with some of these groups and arranging for their safe return. The embassy is also coordinating closely with the Nepali authorities to facilitate the evacuation of Indian citizens who are stranded. Indian citizens in Nepal who require assistance may also contact the emergency numbers which are on your screen. So I can read out these emergency numbers, but they were on your screen just a little while ago. Now, authorities began huge cleanup and recovery effort in the southeast of the United States on Sunday. Hurricane Helene, in fact, knocked out power for millions, destroying roads as well as bridges in North Carolina. And the storm's winds and rains actually killed at least 90 people in Carolina, in Georgia and Florida, Tennessee and Virginia. The Tennessee governor, Bill Lee, surveyed the widespread destruction left by Hurricane Helene. And the damage estimates have ranged from $15 billion to more than $100 billion as water systems, communications, critical transportation routes, infrastructure has been affected. Let's get you some cricket news now. And India were in the driver's seat. This is after Bangladesh had lost 2 wickets for 26 runs in their second innings on the 4th day of the second test in Kanpur. Earlier, India launched a batting blitzkrieg after Bangladesh folded up for 233 in their first innings on day 4 of the rain-hit match. The hosts declared their innings at 285 for the loss of 9 wickets in just 34.4 overs. It was T20 style batting from India, who reached 50 in just 3 overs and then 100 in 10 overs, both the fastest by any team. They were trying to force a result after more than 2 days were lost because of bad weather. Opener Yashasvi Jaiswal led the charge with 72 of 51 balls, and KL Rahul hit 68 of 43 balls. The Indian actor Mithun Chakraborty has been announced as the recipient of this year's Dada Saheb Phalke Award. And in fact, he is going to be conferred with this award at the 70th National Film Awards ceremony. That's on October 8th in New Delhi. And he's worked in both Hindi and Bengali cinema in a career that spans over 5 decades. And he has been conferred with 3 National Film Awards, 2 Filmfare Awards as well in the past. Let's look at this report on his journey by DD India's Diptanshu Kashyap.
I am a disco dancer. I am a disco dancer. This legendary Bollywood actor Mithun Chakraborty will be honoured with Dada Saheb Phalke Award, the highest honour in Indian cinema. He will be felicitated at the 70th National Film Awards ceremony on October 8.
बहुत ही गौरव की बात है कि मिथुन दा को दादा साहेब फाल्के अवार्ड दिया जा रहा है मिथुन दा की पूरी ज़िंदगी स्ट्रगल और अचीवमेंट्स का एक कॉम्बिनेशन है। उन्होंने सिनेमैटिक हाइट्स अचीव की है और पब्लिक लाइफ में उनका बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है। मैं मिथुन दा को बहुत बधाई देना चाहता हूँ।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated and lauded the actor. He took to social media platform X and wrote, "Delighted that Sri Mithun Chakraborty ji has been conferred the prestigious Dada Saheb Phalke Award, recognizing his unparalleled contributions to Indian cinema. He's a cultural icon, admired across generations for his versatile performances. Congratulations and best wishes to him."
जहाँ से मैं आ रहा हूँ कोलकाता के एक ऐसे एक ब्लाइंड लेन से फुटपाथ से लड़के इधर आया हूँ, उस लड़के को इतना बड़ा सम्मान मैं सोच भी नहीं सकता। लिटरली मैं बागरूद हो गया। बस इतना बोल सकता हूँ, ये मैं डेडिकेट कर रहा हूँ मैं अपने फैमिली को और मेरे फैंस पूरे विश्व में जहाँ भी हैं उन सभी को।
He was born in a Bengali Hindu family in Kolkata on June 16, 1950. He did his Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from Scottish Church College in Kolkata. Graduated from the Film and Television Institute of India, Pune. Appeared in over 350 films including Hindi, Bengali, Bhojpuri, Tamil, Oriya, Kannada, Telugu and Punjabi. He made his acting debut with Mrigaya in 1976. This debut earned him his first National Film Award for the Best Actor. His rise to stardom in the 1980s was cemented by the 1979 spy thriller Suraksha, followed by hits like Disco Dancer, Dance Dance, Pyar Jhukta Nahi, Kasam Paida Karne Wale Ki, and Commando. Mithun created a record by playing the lead roles in more than 100 films in a decade. He is the recipient of 3 National Film Awards, 2 Filmfare Awards. Earlier in 2024, Mithun was also honoured with the prestigious Padma Bhushan Award. Mithun Chakraborty's career was not just limited to films. He is a former member of Upper House of the India's Parliament, the Rajya Sabha. Between 1990 and 1999, he appeared in over 100 movies and delivered several outstanding and unforgettable performances. He was also seen in the Kashmir Files. Chakraborty's web series bestseller was his debut in digital cinema through the OTT platform Amazon Prime. Diptanshu Kashyap's report for DD India.
And the heritage city of Ahmedabad is all set to host the world's longest dance festival, Navratri, where people dance all night long and worship goddess Durga. DD India's Meghna Dev reports.
The Indian festival of Navratri is just round the corner, and we can see in the western state of India, Gujarat, we are here in the city of Ahmedabad, and the markets are flooded with traditional outfits and traditional jewelry, and people in huge numbers are shopping before the Navratri festival so that they can enjoy Garba, which is one of the dances that is performed during Navratri.
The world's longest dance festival, Navratri, where people dance all night long and worship goddess Durga. The festival is dedicated to the worship of feminine energy. UNESCO World Heritage City Ahmedabad is decked in vibrant colors as the festival is about to begin. Preparations are in full swing for the state's folk dance, Garba. Garba is held in public spaces, community halls, open grounds, and is also very popular among the global Indian diaspora. Not only the organizers, but Garba enthusiasts are working hard to get their outfits right ahead of the colorful celebrations.
I love Garba and all the 9 days. I enjoyed doing Garba a lot. The excitement is full on, especially when you come to Ahmedabad. You know, the Navratri happening in Ahmedabad is nowhere. The Mandli Garba and other Garbas are awesome. So we go all the 9 days for Navratri.
9 nights of folk dance, music and divine energy makes it a unique spiritual journey. Last year, UNESCO added this Gujarati folk dance Garba to its list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity.
So here we see colorful costumes, jewelry, and a lot of vibrancy ahead of the Navratri festival in Gujarat. With camera person Lakshman Rajput, this is Meghna Dev for DD India from Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
Well, that's all we have in this edition of DD India Live. Let's know your thoughts on the news of the day. And for those of you on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. That app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code, then download it now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Mark Lynn, and from all of us here in Delhi, thanks very much for watching DD India Live. Namaskar.